TrainingPeaks is a platform that helps you track, analyze, plan, and log your training. It gives you heaps of tools if you're building towards a specific goal, or maybe you just want to increase your fitness. Now, it's actually a platform that I use throughout the entirety of my racing career, and together with the folk at TrainingPeaks, we've decided to put together a helpful little guide to help you understand some of the features on the platform and get the most out of it. So first up, I'm going to talk about the free-to-use basic version of TrainingPeaks. When you first sign up for an account on the platform, you'll be able to use a heap of tools to help you monitor your progress. You'll be able to upload workouts, log those workouts, view workout summaries, and you'll be able to use a bespoke training plan with a coach, amongst other things. You can see all this on the TrainingPeaks calendar page, where you'll be able to see all your past workouts and also all your upcoming ones. Now, TrainingPeaks is compatible with over 100 third-party apps like Zwift or Wahoo, for example. So you can set up the platform so that when you finish a ride, that ride will be sent straight to your calendar page, ready to view. On the right-hand side, you'll see a summary of your weekly hours and distances. You can click on your completed workouts, and this is where things get really interesting. All your ride metrics are displayed here, things like elevation gain, calories burnt, power if you are using a meter, and your heart rate. This is also the place where you can communicate with those looking after your training, and this is what makes the platform so special in my opinion. It's that bridge between the athlete and the coach. TrainingPeaks makes it so easy to communicate with your coach, tell them how things are going so they can then adapt your training. So you can write in here a description of how your workout went, how you're feeling, all of which can be seen directly by your coach. Also, if you're completing your workouts as planned, in the TrainingPeaks calendar, they will be color-coded green. Not quite completing your sessions, well then they'll be color-coded amber, and really not finishing your session as planned at all, then it will be color-coded red. Actually, remember having quite a few of those myself when I was training. But these are all tools that will really help you get the most out of your training and monitor your progress to the best of your ability. I remember when I was racing and we turned up at a competition, it would always be a bit of a topic of debate as how we'd color-coded our training in the build-up to that race. Would we have been kind of on red in that week, or would our sessions have been on green and we'd be on top form in the build-up? Now, as I said before, you can give perceived exertion scores on your rides in TrainingPeaks, and this is a great tool. I used to use it a lot when I was racing to keep track of how I was feeling and relay that to my coaches. So at the Giro d'Italia, we had to give a perceived exertion score on every single stage, and my coaches would then look at that, relay that to management, and that would potentially adjust the tactics for the next day. So if I'd had a few days where I was saying I was like a 10 out of 10, super fatigued, then we'd maybe try and give me a bit of a day off, but well, that never seemed to happen actually. So you can see here each day's score as we scroll through the days on that Grand Tour. So starting off on the prologue, that was a 6, then we had 8, 5, 7, 5, 4, 9, 7, 7.5, 3, 5, 7, 10, 10, 6, 7, 10, 10, 7, 11 off the chart that stage, and finally a 5 to finish off the Grand Tour. TrainingPeaks also has a mobile app which works together with their online site, so that if you are out and about on the go, you can look at your day's workout, see what training you have coming up, what you need to complete, and also give feedback very easily through the mobile platform. How did the workout go? Yeah, super easy day actually. I felt absolutely amazing. My ride partner, Ollie, well, he was suffering quite a lot. So you can also organise all your goals and events on the calendar. So you can scroll ahead through the calendar and input any of those goals or events, so you know what's coming up and what you have to work towards. So I've made a key goal coming up, beating Sai in a team time trial with 7 riders on my team, and for obvious reasons I have made this a key goal. So you simply click on the day and input your goals and events so that they appear in your calendar. Your coach can also do this for you to plan your training, or you could use it as the final date of a specific training plan available on TrainingPeaks. Training plans are one of the key features of TrainingPeaks, and the platform really connects riders with a whole array of different training plans, specifically made for the beginner to the experienced rider, and are literally aimed at whatever you are training for. Now, these training plans are all written by professional coaches and they are rated by other users, so you get a really good idea of how the training plan works and how well people respond to it before you buy. Now, if you want to find these plans, you can find them in the TrainingPeaks store. So you go to the left-hand panel and you click right here to enter that store. Upon purchase of a training plan, all the day's training will appear automatically in your calendar on TrainingPeaks. So all you have to do is scroll ahead, see what you've got coming up, see what different intervals you have on each day. If you work with Zwift, for example, that day's workout will appear automatically on the platform. So all you have to do is jump on your bike and complete your efforts. If you're looking for a coach to have more of a personal relationship with your training, well, TrainingPeaks offers a coach match service where you put in your preferences and TrainingPeaks will match you with an accredited coach to help you achieve your goals. I personally think that if I didn't use a coach or monitor my training in such a way, I'd find it 10 times harder to achieve any progress whatsoever. If you'd like to use more of TrainingPeaks features, there is a premium version which comes in at just under $10 per month. And well, to give you a better idea of what some of those features entail, I'm going to use one of my old racing files from the 2019 Giro d'Italia to be precise, and stage 20, which was an absolutely brutal day on the bike. 5,500 meters of climbing, 6 hours, 45 minutes on the bike. And I tell you what, I was crying before, during and after that stage. It was absolutely horrific. So you can see my ride here, and you of course have the map view where you can see my route, or should I say race of pain through the Dolomites. Then you can see the graph of my power file, elevation, speed, heart rate data, etc. Plus you have my peak performances for the ride here. So for example, I did 393 watts for an hour at the start of the stage. My second highest power output for the whole of 2019. No wonder I was crying during the race. Peak performances are another key feature of the TrainingPeaks Premium account, meaning you can keep track of all your personal best, things like power, heart rate over certain time durations. This was quite a topic of debate when we get back from a race, get on the team bus, and you compare with your teammates who had a PB on that day, whose power was a bit off, who maybe had the best power of all the year or maybe of all time in that specific race. And it would always be quite a bone of contention actually. You will also be able to track your metrics in more detail using Premium, using the performance management chart, and track things such as fatigue, form and fitness during your different training phases. Now, you'll also be able to drag and drop your workout. So maybe you had to rush into work on one day, you couldn't complete your training, so you can drag that day's training, move it to the subsequent day. And you can also customize your own workouts using the workout builder. So you could design a specific interval session, or if you're like me, you could design a nice easy ride to the cafe. The dashboard setting on your premium account will also contain loads of different graphs, so you can really track your performances and your progress across lots of different parameters. So that was a little bit of a guide to TrainingPeaks and a bit more information on how the platform works. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And while you're down there, let me know in the comment section below. Do you use a coach? And if you do, how do you best communicate with that coach? How do you let them know how you're getting on with the training, and how do they tell you what training you have coming up? Please let me know, be interested to hear your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching. See you soon.